Magic in the Morning and some CNC Music Factory. The reason we played that for you, by the way, is because one of the guys in the original lineup of CNC Music Factory, Freedom Williams, had his birthday today. Mike Barrett's in with us. Actually, a couple weeks ago, we let in with an 80s tune for the NEK Cancer Action Network. We're just taking back to the late 80s, early 90s.
Little CNC is always a good thing for me.
It is. Yeah. All right. Magic in the Morning on Tuesdays. We get together with Mike from Barrett Insurance Agency. He, his wife, and a great bunch of folks get you covered for all of your insurance needs. Mike, when you came in, you mentioned something that happened yesterday. What a great kid we had in the studio for NVRH, and you said you know this fella.
I do. Now, what I know him as Suki. I don't know him as the name that you were addressing him as yesterday.
Ko-Oi.
Yes, he is one incredible guy. He's friends with my niece. He's the spirit guy at the academy. We see him at all the girls' basketball games. My niece plays on the varsity team. And he taught my son how to write his name in Japanese because we had dinner with him. He came and joined our whole family for dinner one night at the table in St. Jay for, I forget whose birthday it was now. Maybe it was Emma's, but or my sister's. But it was great. So he's just a really good guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah, well, he came in and he shared with us. He actually had a table set up in the main lobby at Northeastern Vermont Regional Hospital. He was born with epilepsy, and they found out he had it when he was just 6 years old. And he did a capstone project on that to share the word and dilute some of the stigma for folks with epilepsy. He's awesome. I still to this day, Ko-Oi is just an amazing young kid. Yeah. Man, what a great kid.
Yeah.
All right.
Big fan.
Enough of that. All right. So it's still close to the beginning of the year, and a lot of folks have made some changes in their lives. We've got Valentine's Day coming up, which for some romantics out there.
You're leading right into where I want to go, sir.
Can lead into some changes in life, and we're going to start thinking about those changes in our insurance needs.
Absolutely. Let's first and foremost talk about roses are given away like crazy tomorrow. We get that. I know. But it's also a big day for different types of jewelry. Maybe an engagement ring followed by the wedding ring. And as my uncle would say, later on comes the suffering. Sorry. Little tribute to Uncle Ron this morning. But those particular items have a lot of value. And it's good to find proper ways to protect your investment in said items. The example I always give is with my wedding band here. If you see Jeff, you got to look close because it's small, but I have a diamond in it.
Yeah, but it's also titanium.
Titanium wedding band with a diamond in it. I joked with my wife when I asked her to marry me. I said, all right, well, now that I got you your diamond, you better get me mine. It was a joke, and careful what you ask for because look what I got, which I love. It's exactly what I wanted. But, if this diamond was to fall out, it wouldn't be covered on a regular homeowner policy. If I had nothing on this particular piece of jewelry, if I lost this, it wouldn't be covered. Mysterious disappearance can be a tough thing to have coverage on. It's also going to be subject to my policy deductible. I'll tell you right now, my policy deductible is $1,000. This ring is not a $1,000 ring. It's probably a $500 or $600 ring. And I'm talking, this is small compared to the other piece of jewelry. Once you start getting to the higher, the 4 C's, the carat, the cut, the color, the clarity. I got it. There's some real value there. You want to make sure you're properly protecting that, and I'll tell you how in a sec.
Well, the ones with stones that I can see from over here with my old man eyes are the ones that are over that.
Yeah.
Now, is this leading into... Is it scheduling?
Ooh.
Is that it?
Man, I wish I brought a gold star with me today. Yes. Scheduling is what we typically call it. You can schedule specific types of personal property. Depending on the company, there's more or less, but you can do jewelry for sure with everybody. So scheduling jewelry, what are you doing? Well, what you're doing is you're specifically listing, you're giving the insurance company a specific value and the full description of said item, piece of jewelry. And if something happens, you are buying more protection for it. So if I lose this, I could be reaching my hand into the white market store just across the parking lot, leave, 2 days later, look, and my diamond's missing. I could file a claim, and I could get my diamond, my ring fixed and back to where it should be at no out-of-pocket cost to me. That's pretty awesome with the particular company I'm with. So some companies, there's no deductible. Some companies, there's like a little nuisance deductible of $100 or so, but really not a bad way to do it. There's also companies out there that's all they do is insure valued items like jewelry or movie posters that are collector's items or fine arts or musical instruments that maybe aren't played professionally. Some companies will insure them if you play them professionally. we're talking major investments. But tomorrow being the jewelry day, or even the fine arts day to some degree, when you get these items, if you have a $10,000 ring and you're wearing it every day, how is it covered? You're sitting there right now with that ring on your finger. Do you know how it's covered? That's one thing to think about.
Well, if I had a $10,000 ring, I tell you what would be covering it: my free hand.
Bum. But scheduling jewelry is good because if you think about it, what we call an unendorsed homeowner policy. So just a regular homeowner policy with no bells and whistles, just regular. If somebody comes in and steals all your jewelry, the most you're going to get is $1,500 total. Somebody comes into your house and wipes out your entire jewelry collection. You could have $100,000 in jewelry. You're not getting any more than $1,500. So you can buy higher limits of that sublimit. You can go up to $5,000 or $10,000. Some are higher. But even then, you're still falling well short if you have $100,000. If you have $100,000, you probably should have it somewhere safer. But find ways without becoming insurance poor to specifically list, i.e. schedule, valued jewelry and valued items.
Well, you're mentioning jewelry, obviously, because Valentine's Day is tomorrow. But I mean, there are other forms of jewelry out there that are very, very valuable, like heirlooms that are passed down
Absolutely.
Through the generations.
And these fall into the realm of priceless. There's nothing money can get. There's no money out there that can replace that particular item. But an heirloom is going to have, something that's being handed down generation to generation is going to be a valued piece. And if you lose that, I think you would like to find a way to recoup that loss. So just check if you haven't. Check and see if there's a way. And like I said, there's other things that can be scheduled. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't mention a few of them. But you can specifically list things, like I said, musical instruments, whether professional or non-professional, fine arts, silver. You can do watches. Some companies, let's talk about Kingdom Trails. You have a $15,000 mountain bike. You can specifically schedule mountain bikes with some companies. So things to think about going forward. And, you think, my God, this, I don't want to be spending all this money, and I totally get it. I think this ring, which I have scheduled on my policy because I have to practice what I preach. I think I'm paying like $4 or $5 a year. Maybe.
It's well worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah.
All right. Very informative. Our chats always are. If folks would like more information,
you can give us a call at 748-5224. You can find us right on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, online, thebarrettagency.com, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Just look for Barrett Insurance. And if you don't mind, I want to do a quick plug for my fire department. The Waterford Volunteer Fire Department has a pancake breakfast. It's their Cabin Fever pancake breakfast on Sunday, February 25th, 8 to 11 at the Waterford School, or I think it's the Waterford School. But go check it out because they always do a good job.
You just gave me a growly.
I know, I'm starving too.
Cabot butter, Vermont maple syrup, pancakes for a fire department.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better.
It's a win-win-win-win situation.
Hey, did you know?
I did not.
It's been 1 week. I'm leading into the song. Bare Naked Ladies, Magic.
I see where you're going now.